Hello my friends, I got a fresh new batch of free VR games for you today. This is a shorter video than normal because all of these games are really quick short games. Let's get to them. Adventure Climb VR is a rock climbing time trial challenge. The goal is to scale up the rocks, cross the gap, up a little more, and then take the zip line down back to the beginning in the shortest time you can.
That was fast.
It has a fun environment featuring butterflies, birds, helicopters, ancient ruins in the background, and even the occasional obstacle coming your way. Whoa! It is short, but if you enjoy climbing games, it's definitely worth playing. Dances with Butterflies is a nature interactive experience where you're surrounded by massive swarms of butterflies. You'll find 2 red floating orbs. With either controller, you can click trigger on a red orb, and then a swarm of butterflies will follow the path you make with your controller. Press the trigger again to plant the red orb somewhere else. While controlling the red orb, it turns invisible, but while that's happening, you can press up or down on the trackpad to make the orb go closer to you or farther away, and obviously, so will the butterflies. It's a simple but pretty cool and relaxing nature experience. Earthshakers Demo is a short Matrix-like combat experience. Progress through a series of rooms with enemies coming at you as you learn new abilities. You'll learn how to pick up weapons, reload them, but perhaps most importantly, how to summon a shield and then teleport forward to bash your enemies. After you do that, time slows down, and that's when things get really fun if you ask me. Because shortly after that, you'll be getting your sword, and slowing down time and slicing the bad guys is pretty darn fun. After a little more, you'll make it to the first boss, which I wasn't able to beat, but maybe you will. For some quick Matrix-like combat, give it a shot. EXO Jen is a non-interactive music video experience. It's an abstract journey where you are flying along amid some Tron-like retro neon graphics that are kind of psychedelic in nature. It's a decently made experience. To be honest, it's not my cup of tea, but you might enjoy it. Runtime is about 4 minutes. Futurejam was once a paid game, but now it's free. It's a music rhythm matching game. The only tools at your disposal are drumsticks, but what's kind of weird is that you're using the drumsticks to hit both drum pads on the sides and also piano keys in the center. And you know exactly what to do here. You can see the notes coming at you and you want to hit the drum pads or the piano keys in time with the markers. At the end of each level, you get a pretty exhaustive report on how you did, including accuracy and more. I thought the visual effects were pretty cool, but the music tracks in this game didn't work for me. If you can't get enough of these music rhythm matching games, give it a shot. Iterum is a perspective-based, reality-altering puzzle game. You need to progress through a maze-like set of puzzle platforming challenges, and the only way you can change things in the level to make it through the maze is to change your perspective. It's a gamepad-based game, and unfortunately there's no good way to turn like you're used to in VR. You move with the left thumbstick like you would expect, but to turn you need to use the right thumbstick, and you turn via blink turning, so you have a very quick fade to black whenever you turn. At first I thought that was a bummer, but I quickly got used to it. This game is full of surprising solutions to puzzles that I did not expect. The solutions will keep you guessing, and you really have to think in new and abstract ways to make it through the puzzle. I beat it in about 7 minutes, and if you don't mind the control scheme, I highly recommend you try it.
Spitzer is particularly sensitive to the glow of cool stars like TRAPPIST-1, allowing for highly precise measurements.
NASA's Exoplanet Excursions is a virtual tour of the TRAPPIST-1 star system. It runs about 4 minutes long, and you're guided along the star system, learning about each planet as you go.
We first travel to one of the outer worlds, known as TRAPPIST-1F.
It's a well-made presentation, and if you love astronomy, check it out.
Remarkably, we now know more about the planets of TRAPPIST-1 than any others found outside the solar system. Measurements.
Braun Aesculap Spine VR, I think, is a sales presentation for some surgery equipment, but some parts of this are so strange it actually feels more like an abstract art installation. It all begins with a short climbing experience in space, which to me feels out of place, but whatever. Once you get to the first surgery operation, it's a paint by numbers, follow the instructions. Grab the tools and do what they say. After you successfully complete the first step of the operation, you then begin this strange tour of the inside of the body where you drift forward and you see the surgery equipment being inserted, but it's all accompanied by love-making blues music. After that very boring ride, you then get to the next part of the operation. After the second part of the surgery is done, you get to watch a little video. I had no idea what that was about, but after that's done, you can go to the lobby and see what score you got. It's an odd little surgery simulator / equipment sales game, but if this looks fun to you, give it a spin and then you'll be performing surgery in no time. Toran is part sci-fi adventure and part light path puzzle game. Twist and turn these high-tech nodes to complete light path puzzles. After completing enough of them, you'll be transported to a beautiful alien world. I had a great time playing this. Everything here is highly polished. But for me, it was over way too soon, and I wish it was longer. But even with that downside, it's worth a download. I recommend you experience it. It's great. Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. See ya!